Okay, so I want to start off the podcast this time with a short little video clip. There won't be any video because I don't really have that support feature yet, but I'm gonna let you guys listen to the audio of this. As you guys may or may not know, Joe Biden has dropped out of the presidential race in America, so now he is replaced by Kamala Harris, which is, not very good for a lot. Like a lot of people are kind of worried because if you've watched anything about her, she's kind of ditzy and not really there, and she's just I don't know. It's kind of cringe in a lot of moments, but this one really took the cake for me. She posted this. I found it on her Instagram. She posted it, and it's a clip of her on the Drew Barrymore show, and I'll just let you guys listen to it. Like it's fucking stupid. I'm like, this is what you're trying to push. Like this is making you look good. I don't get it. Like you'll see. Let's go.
Okay, so here's the deal. I heard a rumor that you worked at McDonald's. Is this true?
I did. Yes, I did.
I didn't know that about you.
I was in school.
Me too. I worked registered, drive-through, and grill. I was known as a triple threat. Okay, just for the record.
I did fries.
Just the fries?
I did fries, and then I did the cashier.
Okay, I'm impressed. Fries are hard. Okay. So here's my question for you. If you get the motorcade to pull through the drive-through, you want to know, right? What is your order at McDonald's?
Let's see. I would probably do a quarter pounder with cheese and fries.
I respect that order.
Yeah.
That means
Holy fucking motherfucker just got a fucking standing O. Got a goddamn standing O from Drew Barrymore's audience for saying, I would order a quarter pounder with cheese and some fries. And I worked at McDonald's and I worked the fries. Like, what the fuck is going on in this country, like in this world? I mean, I'm in Canada, so, we got our own crazy shit going on, but like, America, come on! What the fuck? Welcome everybody back to Knowledge Just Bored, episode number 122. Yeah, so that opening video was a little wild there. It's just, again, I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, but like, is that really what deserves a standing ovation? It just, to me, it doesn't seem like, and that's the problem with that stupid Drew. Like, I loved Drew Barrymore in the 90s and the 2000s. Great actress. A lot of fun. Loved it. But like her show, it's basically like an equivalent. It's almost worse. I hate to say that, but it's almost worse than The View. Because like it's just one of those fucking girl power no matter what. And because of the whole Joe Biden thing, they're really trying to push Kamala into the president's seat. So they're pushing this whole girl power agenda like they did with fucking Hillary Clinton, but it just doesn't land because they don't have anything like incredible about them. They're both like, I mean, I don't know Kamala as much as Hillary, but Hillary, the whole Clintons are fucking crooked as shit. Like there is nothing good about that person. And Kamala is just a fucking idiot. Like in almost everything I've seen, she's almost worse at talking than Joe Biden, but there's this whole, obviously, and I know some of you guys are screaming, what about the Trump shooting? I know about that. We're going to get into that a little bit here. But it's just, this whole Kamala thing, it's just they're really trying to force her down. And there's all these conspiracies going on because the conspiracies that they tried, whoever they are, the deep state, they were the ones that tried to kill Trump. And because they were unsuccessful at killing him, now Joe Biden, nobody's seen Joe Biden except for they saw him in one video, but apparently he looks weird. Like people think it's either AI or it's a guy in hair and makeup and shit because apparently the guy's hands looked really young. It didn't look like Joe Biden's hands, but I don't know. I don't know if I can, maybe I can Google Joe Biden body double. Maybe it'll come up. Why people are claiming Joe Biden is in a hospice. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, I just clicked on a. It's because he had COVID, and then people thought people think he's either dead or in a hospice, and apparently he showed up on Air Force One, but people think it's fake because it just doesn't look. It just doesn't look like him. He looks different, is what people are saying. I guess there's this picture here. Yeah, no, it looks like a. I don't know. People are saying it looks like a younger man's hand. I don't know. I don't know if I believe it. I think people are going a little bit deep into the rabbit hole. But the whole theory is that because they didn't kill Trump, they knew that Biden wouldn't have a chance against Trump in a debate, especially in his current position. So they're just kind of quietly shoving him away and promoting Kamala to the craziness. Or the other theory is that Joe Biden actually died of COVID, and so now, because there was one video also of Kamala talking to the former president, Joe Biden, and she goes to say, she says, we still have our old president, Joe Biden, and it looks on, like he's on the phone, but she says it looks like she's about to say like an R word, like recording, but she ends up saying, she stutters a little bit, and she says, like on the phone, on the line, and it's like, it's kind of suspicious, honestly. I'm like, oh, maybe. I'm like thinking, I'm like, maybe it is a conspiracy. Maybe he is like, maybe he did die, and they're just using an AI, because you could easily use an AI voice to do all that shit. That's the scary thing about the world we live in now, is that AI is so crazy that you don't know what's real. So you can't really blame anybody for if Graham is flying off the candle about the liberal agenda, you don't put her in a nursing home quite yet, because it's like, it's hard to know. Like, if you told somebody, oh, sorry, just have the burps today. If you told somebody from like 1942 and they just time warped to 2024, and like you told them, yeah, basically there's a robot that can imitate anybody's voice, and it's so good that it's like uncanny, they'd think you're a fucking lunatic. So, Grandma grew up in that era, so just, go easy on her. She's not used to this shit. But either way, we'll get on to so there's this whole push for Kamala, and all these weird cringy videos are coming up. Like, there was another one of her FaceTiming. I have the video here somewhere. We're not going to watch it, but we've already watched enough bullshit. But it's like, it's where the fuck is it? Come on, buddy. Man, I'm so... oh, I guess it's Candace Owens reacting to it, but I don't know. Yeah, it's like Kamala, like, I don't know, it was cringy. She was acting like Jenny from the fucking block and being like, hey, girl. And then it's like another celeb, and she's like, things are crazy on the streets. And it's just, it's fucking bad. But they're really trying to push her down our throats now. Well, down the American throats. I have no say in this. I'm Canadian, so. But either way, I just think it's too much. And, she'd probably do a better job than Joe Biden. But, like, how about we just get somebody that's actually going to do good? RFK. If you want a woman, Tulsi Gabbard, there's some strong women of color. She's a woman of color too, Tulsi. I think she's native Hawaii. So, Hawaiian? How do you say it? I just know she pronounces Hawaii. And I'm like, fuck, is that how you say it? Just like Afghanistan is Afghanistan. And there's like Iran, Iraq. It's like, people always say, the ignorant white people, right? They're always like Iran, Iraq, but it's Iran, Iraq. So you gotta get it right or pay the price. But either way, we're gonna move on from this. Go on to this whole Trump thing. Now, this was crazy. This was absolutely insane. But yeah. So somebody, this is old news now, because it literally happened a week, like the day after, and I missed last week. I'm sorry, but I've been having some things going on. We'll talk about it later. But basically, yeah, it happened the day after I sent out my last podcast. So it's a couple weeks old now. But yeah, somebody actually tried to kill Donald Trump at a Trump rally. And there was a guy, and Don't even get me started on it. There's all the allegations of behind who the shooter, like what his motivation was. People are saying he was contacted by the FBI. Again, there's 100 conspiracies going out there talking about how he might be a CIA plant and an FBI, whatever. It's the deep state's trying to kill him. It's the Joe Biden trying to kill him. All this other. There's so many different stories. Who knows what to believe? But the biggest thing is the problem that I had, and you guys know me, like I try to stay in the middle of politics. Like I will admit that I lean right. I do lean right in a lot of things, just because a lot of stuff is just the way the Democrats handle themselves and the liberals. It's just embarrassing to me. It just is. So I tend to lean more right. But like if I had my own choice of what to do, it'd be a combination of both. It really would be. It'd be somewhere in the middle, which I think is where we need to get if we want like true world peace and everybody to be happy. We need to meet somewhere in the middle. But what I found really disgusting with this whole thing, and what I want to talk about the most about the whole Trump thing, was because you guys all know it's old news now. You guys know all the shit that's going on. It's old news now. You know the shooter. You know what's going on. It's fine. But yeah, the thing I want to talk about was that how disgusted I am by how people are reacting to this online. The reaction from people online saying that he deserved it. Too bad they didn't kill him. Like the piece of shit should have died. Just basically people wishing death upon Donald Trump just because they don't like him. They don't like his political. They don't like his political points. They don't like whatever. They don't like his political affiliations. That's why. And they want him dead. They're like wishing death upon him. And it's like, it's really fucking sick to me. And it just, people go too far. I don't mind jokes. It's fine. The jokes are fine, but there's literally just people in every Trump video that I see. There's just so many people blatantly saying, son of a bitch should have been killed. Should have been dead. And there was one real piece of shit. Let me look him up here. I have the inbox here. I sent some things to myself. Yeah, Destiny. Now, I don't know who Destiny is. He's a streamer. That's all I know. And the only reason I know him is from this whole thing. But basically, there was a firefighter during the Trump shooting because the shooter got off a lot of shots. And obviously, they missed Trump and hit people behind him. But there was a firefighter in the crowd who died. I think he was the only person that died, actually. But he died shielding his family. He literally covered his family from the bullets. And he died. A heroic death saving his fucking family. And this fucking streamer was bragging about, he literally went on a whole rant about bragging about his open relationship that he has for some reason. And then he was mocking the firefighter that got killed and saying he deserved it. So he's literally a cuckold. He's a fucking loser cuckold that enjoys people fucking his girlfriend. And then he thought it was cool to brag about this guy dying at the Trump rally because he hates Trump so much and he hates the fucking right agenda. Like, what a sick fucking bastard. I hope he loses all of his subs. I hope he loses everything for that. Fuck you. You get these stupid cocksuckers. Again, I've talked about it 100 times, and I'm going to get fucking angry here. But I've talked about it so many times. You get these assholes that get famous. They have the dream job. You sit in your goddamn ass, and you play video games all day. You get the dream fucking job. And you go and be an asshole like this. Like, whether they're either fucking pedophiles or they're fucking assholes. And again, I don't care about joking. Joking's fine. But when you watch the video of this guy, you can just Google it. Google Destiny mocks firefighter. I'm sure it'll pop up. But like, he's sick. He's a fucking loser. And you can tell he's a weird fucking incel type dude that lets his girlfriend get fucked by other guys and just thinks it's funny to mock people that died in a horrific event. Like, it's one thing making a joke a few years later, but making it gently, in a stand-up bit, like guys that do 9/11 jokes, that's, and even then, that's like, it's a general, because it was, a lot of people died, but he's not targeting one guy that died, so it is different. But also, they didn't do it the next day, that'd be in pretty bad taste. Even for me, I'd say that's in bad taste. And I fucking, like, I don't care about anything. I think comedy has no bounds, but that's another thing, is that it has to be comedy. This guy, it's not comedy, it's actually hate. It's just fucking hate. And, like, yeah, this Destiny guy, fuck him. And if you're subscribed to him, just don't. Fucking unsubscribe. That guy deserves to lose everything. They don't understand, these stupid assholes. Like, they don't understand how good they have it. And they feel like they could say whatever the fuck they want. And, oh, I'm shocking and I'm cool. It's like, no, you're a fucking asshole. So, I don't know. That was wild and stupid. And I'm just sick and tired of people. I'm sick and tired of people just thinking they could say like bullshit like that and get away with it. Meanwhile, like, you say the most mild joke when you're a right-wing person and everybody flips their lid. Like, it just, you guys got to stop fighting. The left and the right. Everybody needs to stop fighting and stop arguing. Like, that's literally, the system is designed to pit everybody against each other. And people like that are not fucking helping anything. And, like, another thing happened too with, like, Kyle Gass of Tenacious D. Again, they're a comedy band and he's a comedian. Now, he was joking. Well, I hope. I mean, he's a pretty big liberal too, because again, he's in that whole Hollywood thing with Jack Black. Jack Black wants to keep working. So, he made the whole "don't miss Trump" joke. And because he made that and people recorded it, people took it out of context, and now he's done. He's canceled. His agent canceled him. Tenacious D is broken up. Like, it's fucking wild. Tenacious D was like one of my favorite bands growing up. I love them, But the problem is now, like, Jack is doing Hollywood movies. I mean, don't get me wrong. He was always doing movies. He's been doing movies since the 90s. Like Mars Attacks and, like, Tropic Thunder was like in '08. He did, can't even think of the ones in between. Did King Kong? I remember that. I don't know. He did a whole mess of movies. Oh, what was that awesome movie? The one with the fucking the snake oil woman, Gwyneth Paltrow. The fuck was that? Shallow Hal. Yeah, that was an awesome movie. Like, the guy's been in Hollywood for a while, but he's really popping off lately, right? He's doing huge productions like the Jumanji series, and like he's working with The Rock, and he's doing Kung Fu Panda. Like, he's making bank. So he obviously had to distance himself from Kyle, who essentially canceled himself with a joke on stage. But again, you just got to think more. Again, I like to think he was just joking, and I don't. Again, it's a comedy band, so it's expected. So I personally don't think Kyle Gass should be canceled. They could say they were offended by it, and he can apologize, whatever, that's fine. But I don't know, he didn't say it in the hateful tone, like kill Trump, that son of a bitch. But I don't know, it was kind of a jokey tone. But either way, it's just, he probably should have known that it just happened, right? So you probably shouldn't have talked about that. It's kind of too soon, but like, either way, it's just, I don't think he should have been canceled for it, but that just shows, like, that's unfortunately a sign of the left. And again, I don't like to pick sides anymore, but the left they have been the proponent of cancel culture type shit for a long time. So now it's coming to bite them in the ass. Now when they want to say wild shit, now they're getting canceled, and they're like, oh fuck, maybe this isn't good. Maybe we should give people second chances, especially when it's just a little joke. But I don't know. Either way, Tenacious D's broken up, and it's fucking really fucking sad. So yeah, other than that, like there's another thing going on right now with Mr. Beast. I'm gonna go away from the Trump thing for now. Again, we all kind of know what's going on with that, and I'm personally, I'll say I'm glad he's alive. Like, I'm glad he didn't die, because that would have been fucking horrific. Again, because people need to understand, it's not just Donald Trump, like the president or ex-president. It's Donald Trump, the father. You know, Donald Trump, the grandpa. I'm sure his sons have daughters or kids or whatever. You know, like he's a father, probably a grandfather. Haven't looked into that. You know, he has a family. He has friends. Do you know how fucking horrific that would be to see your friend get shot in the face live on TV? I think it was televised. Yeah, it must have been, because they were recording it. But like, that would have been fucking horrific. But no, people are just like, oh, Orange Man bad. Orange Man bad. This is a good thing. Fucking blows my mind. But either way, we're going to move on. So I'm glad he's alive. I'm glad he's doing well. And I hope, hopefully it looks like he had one of the most iconic poses after he got shot. He did like that fist raise. Like, that's going to be on t-shirts for sure. With blood on his face, and he's got this fist in the air. Like, that's iconic. That's going to be on billboards, and like, that's going to be everywhere. I could see it already. But either way, I hope he's well. I hope his family's well. And yeah, it's a fucking horrible event. So I'm glad he's alive, and I'm very sorry for that firefighter that unfortunately lost his life, and everybody that got wounded. Like, fucking horrible. People need to stop getting fucking radicalized and being assholes. It's one thing to talk shit. Again, people don't like Justin Trudeau. I don't like Justin Trudeau. And I say, like, people will say as a joke, like, people should kill that son of a bitch. But it's one thing to say that in jest and like being like, I hate him so much. But like, to actually go out and do it, you're just a horrible person. Just a horrible fucking person. Because I don't wish Trudeau dead. I just wish he would stop being our fucking prime minister. Like, go fucking live your rich ass life. We need to fix the country. Either way, moving on. Mr. Beast. Everybody knows him. Jim Jam. The hell's his last name? Can't remember. What is it? Jimmy? Hold on. Mr. Beast. It's Jimmy something. Jimmy Donaldson. That's what it is. James Stephen Donaldson. That's his name. But yeah, so everybody knows him as Mr. Beast. So as everybody knows, he's had a person that's worked with him since like 2015, I believe, on his channel. It's one of his like lifetime friends as a kid, and it's a guy that transitioned into a woman. So I'll just call it she. Like, that's what her pronoun is, right? So she is Ava Chris Tyson. That's her name. I don't know if that must be the new name. I'm not sure if, like, I don't want to dead name her. Sorry, Wokies, but I don't know what the original name. I don't feel like when it was a guy, I don't think that his name would be Ava, but that's probably a new name. But either way, he's worked with Mr. Beast for fucking years, and I never knew much about it. I watch Mr. Beast from time to time. Like, I'm not really a general consumer of his content, but I think he does a lot of good shit in the world. He's a good philanthropist, and good on him. He does a lot of good in the world. Digging wells and shit. Love it. Love to see it. But this person, and people have made videos about this before, about how after this person transitioned, Jimmy seemed to have a different demeanor towards her after the transition, and they thought it was some form of like transphobia or something, but I don't I don't know. I I can't speak for Mr. Beast because I'm not him. All right. All I can do is speculate, and I just think it's probably just weird. It's just weird, right? Because that's been his guy friend since they were young. I don't know how young, but they said at least high school. But like, that's been his friend forever, and they've worked forever, like together for a long time, and now they are a girl. Like, it's, that's got to be weird. Like, I don't care if, like, call it phobic if you want. I don't care, but it's just weird, right? Because that's been your guy friend forever. Because I put myself in those shoes, and I just think like I have a lot of close guy friends, and if they were all son a girl, it would be weird. Would be weird. I mean, eventually you get used to it for sure, but I think in those videos, he was just a little weirded out by it, right? I don't think it's open transphobia. Like he's like hates him, like, but it's just, it, people thought it was transphobia, but it turns out that it might be this controversy that people think that Jimmy knew about the whole time. They think that Jimmy knew about this, but we'll get into the allegations here soon over Ava. But it would explain why he's slowly had a different demeanor towards Ava in the videos lately, because people are showing. I don't know. I just saw one compilation of like somebody called it like Jimmy is tired of Ava's shit. And it was just like a compilation of like old videos when they were talking and they're all hyped up, and then newer ones where like he makes a joke and you could tell he's like kind of Jimmy's like half there, he's like half fake reacting and laughing, and so it's just it's just one of those things where his demeanor's kind of changed. And I mean, obviously most people assume it's just because it's different gender, so they're he's transphobic, but turns out, and again, these are all allegations, so just cover my ass legally. Ava can't come after me. This is just allegations, but apparently I got Meta AI to summarize everything, but there's grooming allegations. Ava Chris Tyson, a friend and collaborator of Mr. Beast, faces allegations of grooming a minor. There's denial of allegations. Both Tyson and the alleged victim, Lava, I think Lava is like a username. I can't remember. I read their username. They have like a weird username, but they have denied the allegations. So both her and the guy, the little boy, who I think is 13, and 13 at the time of the offense anyway, was they're both denying it. And the boy, these were quite a while ago. So I think the little boy is like 20 now. So these happened quite a while ago. But it's a weird situation because, like I said, was it just really, I don't want to say really good grooming because that just sounds fucking bad. But like, because the kid's denying it, right? He's like, I'm 20. He's like, no, they never groomed me. But sometimes you get so groomed, you get that Stockholm syndrome, right? That's what I mean by good grooming. Not that any good grooming is good, but they did it well. They manipulated them so well that now they believe it. So, but yeah, they're both denying it. The investigation, Mr. Beast, Jimmy, has launched a third-party investigation and removed Tyson from the company and channel. So Ava is no longer on the channel anymore. And there's alleged behavior. This is the behavior that happened. Tyson allegedly sent inappropriate and sexual text to a 13-year-old boy during a Mr. Beast giveaway. And then there's past behavior here. Tyson has apologized for past behavior and comments that may have hurt or offended anybody. And then there is apparently transphobic abuse. Tyson has faced transphobic abuse on social media following these allegations, which is obvious. It's a trans person and they're doing weird shit. And people are already leery about the whole trans thing. So if you're a trans person and you're doing shady shit, yeah, you're going to get fucked. Like, I'm sorry. That's just how it goes. But I'm not saying it's right. Not saying it's right. I mean, obviously, if if you really were grooming a minor, you're a piece of shit. But, you know, it's not good to promote transphobia and be mean to these people, but it's, you know, it's going to happen. People are leery about it already. And if you're a suspected pedophile, it's going to get worse. That's just how the fucking internet is. Yeah, investigation outcome that they summarized is there's nothing yet. There's been no outcome from this. So again, it's all allegations. Nobody's moved forward with this. So we don't know what's gonna happen with this. We don't know what's true, what's not. I mean, it's true, obviously. Like it's obviously happened because people have the texts. But I mean, I guess we'll see what happens in the future with this one. I can't really speak for it. There's nothing out right now. But Jimmy did remove them. It says, like, people are saying that she quit, but then other people are saying that Mr. Beast fired her. So I don't know. I'm guessing he fired her to get her away from her. But then people are also saying that he wanted to fire her all along. And then a lot of people are also saying that Jimmy knew about this grooming. So, and that's why he's been trying to distance himself, and that's why he looked less enthusiastic in the videos lately, is because he knew that, like, his friend was a piece of shit underneath it all. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, who knows what to believe. It's just time will tell. And I'm sure we won't find out for probably 2 or 3 years, but it's just crazy. It's absolutely blowing my mind the amount of people in the YouTube space. Again, we talked about like 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. These people have dream jobs. They're set for fucking life, doing things that people like me could only dream of. Like things that would be so fun, the perfect lifestyle. And you just fuck it by being like a weirdo or a pedophile. Like I just don't get it. Like, why can't any of these people just be normal? It just doesn't make sense. Like, how many have we had lately? There's been so many child predators coming out and groomers. And yes, a lot of them, none of them did anything, but still, the fact that it happened in the first place is just weird. But I don't know. Either way, that's all I really had for today. I wanted to make a short note here at the end to just let you guys know that I've just been having kind of a problem lately. I know you guys have noticed that I've kind of skipped a couple weeks here and there because I've just been, you know, I've been busy, but I've also had other things that I haven't really talked about, but I've had some personal issues going on with like anxiety type shit and just health related stuff that I'm not sure of, and I'm trying to flip the script on my life, and I'm trying to get healthier and do better, be better. And it's just like it's hard, and it seems like things always come up, and there's always something else going on, and you know, either I'm sick with something or I have some symptoms that I don't know what the fuck's going on, so I have to like go to the doctor to figure it out. But it's always like you never get answers right away, so it's just a vicious circle, really, of things, and it just kind of has piled up on me. It's really affected my drive to do anything and my drive to like just I don't know, just do certain things in general. I've just lost it in a way, and that even things as simple as playing games. I just like I'll come home and I'm like, nah, I just don't feel like it. I just feel like doing nothing, and it's it's I don't know. I don't want to say it's depression or anything like that because I don't think it's depression. I think it's more just like I just have an anxiety about my body and how things are going, and I just want to be better and want because you just like 50% of your mental is always focused on that shit, and you're always trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Whereas I just want to be clean and healthy. And again, I am working and I'm doing a lot more physical activity that helps. I'm journaling. I'm actually eating a lot less lately and eating less sugar. I haven't like I almost would always have like a cookie or something during the day at some point, but I've kind of quit doing that because just it's that's what's been fucking me up is just the sugar content and all that. And I never really even ate that much, but just the reality is like sugar's in everything, man. So I just wanna I just wanna feel better. And I think the reason I'm telling you guys this, I'm not quitting. That was never a question. I never wanted to quit because quitting is not an option for me. I want to keep doing this. I want to keep doing things on the channel. I want to do more things on the channel. I've told you guys for fucking a year now that I want to do more things and more live streams and all that. I just, like I said, it seems so simple, but I just freeze up. I just don't want to, I can't get the motivation or the drive. I don't even know what happens. I just lose it. And I go into these kind of almost like liminal spaces of my mind where I'm just like just hyper focused on illnesses and what's going on, and it yeah, it just sucks. So what I'm going to do is to take some pressure off of myself and to take some time to really take a deep dive into what's going on with me and getting everything kind of sorted out and keep on my health journey and stuff and come back with a fresh perspective. I'm going to be taking August off of the podcast. So there will be no uploads for the podcast. If I decide to do a stream or something, then I decide to do a stream. That's fine. But the podcast will not be happening in August. Unless there's absolutely something so crazy that something happens and I need to record one or somebody wants to do an episode with me, that's fine. But there will be no scheduled regular podcasts for the month of August because I need to take some time off. Rather than doing this once every 2 weeks, like missing a week and fucking being like, what the hell's going on? I'd rather just come back with a fresh perspective, a fresh mind, and then continue my weekly uploads of the podcast. And then hopefully I'll have the energy and the drive to do other things. So either way, as always, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you to anybody who's been here from the beginning and up till now. Like it does mean a lot. And this is the beginning steps of a channel. This is the beginning steps of a journey that we're on kind of together. Because, it's my channel, but it's also kind of your guys' channel. Because it's like, it doesn't really happen without viewers, right? So the Spotify numbers, the YouTube numbers, it all bands together. And it's all thanks to viewers and listeners like you guys. So as always, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I will see you next week. And then again, next week's episode will be normal. And then after that, all of August, I will be MIA. And we'll see you guys back in September. So thank you guys. Remember, links to all social media are in the description below. And I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.